It's Terry with Sewing RV Style, and who wants to join me today as I take you along and show you how to make a really easy rag quilt without cutting all the squares out. The first thing I did was I took my two 1-yard cuts and I squared them up. So make sure you do that first on both pieces. We want them nice and square. After we get the fabric all squared up, we're going to put our fabrics right sides out. So the wrong sides are facing each other. And at this point, you really need to decide which fabric do you want to have the fluffiness. And you guys, you can make these as big as you want them. This one, of course, like I said, it's only a yard of fabric. And it's small. Just for an example, it's probably going to be about a receiving blanket size when we're all said and done. But I usually make them for newborns a 1.5 yards. Okay, go ahead and clip all the way around. Now you have your total fabric clipped all the way around the edge, right? So because this is a no-sew, we're not cutting our blocks apart, we're going to take and fold this in half. That is the easiest way. And just give it a good shake. And we are going to, you can press, you can mark, whatever you want, all the way down the center of your fabric. As you can see, I gave mine a really good press right down the middle. Now the next thing we're going to do is just fold it on that mark or press line, whichever you did, and go ahead and get your ends all nice and straight and clip them together. And I did that at both ends for you. And then we are going to take it to our machine and we're going to sew at least 3/4 of an inch to an inch all the way down this crease line. So if I put a ruler, this is my 1-inch line right here, and you can see that's where my needle drops, right where that red line is. And I come over right at the edge of this black rectangle is 1 inch. So if I stay, I could line it up right here on this mark or right on the edge. So find a spot that works for you on yours. And don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and the end. And just sew all the way down. All right, so once that's done, go ahead and clip your threads. And then we're going to take it, and now we're going to fold our fabric edge over here into our stitch line that we made. I have it laid out on my ironing table, and you can see the seam here going all the way across. So I'm going to take this edge and put it right to that seam all the way down and get it good and flat. And then I'm just going to take my iron and press that seam. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to stitch an inch away from this line that we just creased. And I go ahead and I put a couple of clips in both ends just to hold it together so that when I am sewing it, it all stays nice and together for me. All right, let's go to the sewing machine and get that sewed up 1 inch away. See, I told you this would be the easiest rag quilt you've ever made. Clip your threads again, and we're going to go back to the ironing board and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, again, fold the other side over to your middle stitch line that we made first. Give it a good press all the way down. You know what these are good for besides babies? Because we know they outgrow them. And be real, if you give them as a gift, we know that most parents throw them away, donate them, whatever. Put them in the dog's bed. So why spend a lot of time and money cutting all those squares out? Yes, they look beautiful, and I have made a ton of them, but this is a quick, easy way to get a rag quilt. Okay, so we're all pressed. Let's go back to the sewing machine and do it all again. The next thing we're going to do is get a pair of scissors and put them inside one of your little pleats that you made. And we're going to cut all the way down the entire thing. Just try and be straight with it. Now at this point, if you use batting inside of yours, you would have to open these ends up and go ahead and get that batting cut out of there. And we did not, so we are skipping that step, but you would definitely clip that batting out. What do you think, guys? You are coming along nicely. So once we have all of our 3 sides cut apart, and if you put batting, you took that out, now we're going to do it the opposite way. So now you're just going to fold it the opposite way, and again, press right down the middle. We're going to take it to the sewing machine and stitch 1 inch away. And just where you cross over your places that you already sewed, just be mindful that they are laying flat. So by now, you know the drill. Back stitch and sew 1 inch all the way down. When you come to the part that you sewed before, just make sure that it is laying down. And that is a lot of thicknesses, so just go slow. All right, by now you know the drill, you know what's next. We're going to fold one of our ends over to the middle, press it, sew it, and do the other end too. Okay, get your fabric all laid out. Here's my middle going this way. Here's our other sewn lines that we did. Bring your end up to the middle just like we did before. Make sure that your seam lines all match up, really important. You don't want your squares to look cattywampus at the end of this. And so I would definitely take and pin your pieces together or put some safety pins in here or something. And we're going to go ahead and press it and stitch 1 inch away all the way down. I'm going to share something and I'll put the link below in the description. These are little just seam jumpers. And when you come up to something really thick like this and you've started off on something lower, you see the difference in height here? As you get to it, needle down, put your presser foot up, and just put this in there, and you can see it just fits right under your presser foot. And I'm holding it at the back to help guide it. And as you sew and take your time, it just helps jump your presser foot up on that higher fabric. And then just lift up your presser foot, take it out, and use it again when you need it. Okay, so right now, this is what our front looks like, where we have all these little parts sticking up. And then here is our back. And so, again, just like we did before, get your scissors and put them through both layers. And go ahead and cut all the way down all 3 seams that you just sewed. And then clip all the way down on all 3 of these seams that we did. We're just about done. We have one more important thing to do, and that is to sew a 1 inch all the way around the outside of our quilt. And I didn't say, but do not, when you clip your seams, do not get into your threads. Don't cut your threads. Like this one's a little short. I'll go back and clip that closer when I get to it. But let's go ahead and sew 1 inch seam all the way around. When I come up to the seams, I'm just going to open those up. So now we have it sewn 1 inch all the way around. And now we're going to just do like every other rag quilt. Get you something to drink, go turn on a movie, and we are going to clip. And I use these Fiskars spring-loaded. You're going to want something spring-loaded because it's a whole lot easier to clip with these, and it's not so hard on your hands than it is with something even as good as these. And let's just start. You're going to want to clip no more than, I'm going to say, 1/4 inch, but you could certainly do a 1/2 inch if you want to. But I am going to just snip here and get it close to the seam. And I'm starting right here at one of these intersections with all this thick fabric. And so here's my stitch line. And I'm just going to go in here and just snip and lift it up, and do not snip all the way to your stitch line. And we're going to go around our quilt and do this to all the fabric on both sides. Exact same thing. And when you come to some place like this, just go along the side of it and snip. And just take your time And, you know, go around all your edges, everything. You're going to have to cut these seams apart when they're like this. So I just go and cut on both sides like that. And then I just cut right down the middle. And then after we get it all clipped, we're going to wash it twice. Once with detergent and dry it once. And you do what's best for your machine. You can go to a laundromat. You could put it in a pillowcase. But all the lint from your threads is going to come out in your washing machine. So you may have to, if you have a detachable filter, you may have to clean that. But you do what your machine likes. So I've clipped all the inside and now I am clipping the outside, and you just take your spring-loaded scissors and make sure that you do not clip through the stitching. To be perfectly honest, if you look at mine, I am doing more like maybe 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. Once we are through clipping, look how cute this is going to be. So once you wash it twice and dry it once, this is what you have. And of course, as you can see, it's not very big, but remember we started with a yard of each fabric, and here it is in the back. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and then add a comment and share it with your friends. Would love to see your rag quilts that you made a much easier, faster way than cutting out all the squares. This is Terry with Sewing RV Style. We'll see you next time.